Karnataka Congress Chief DK Shivakumar has demanded the resignation of State Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai after the Lokayukta has raided multiple locations linked to a BJP MLA's son, Prashant Modal, and seized 8 crore rupees. So again, Lokayukta raids in many locations, and the developments that have come out of this are that the Karnataka Congress Chief DK Shivakumar is demanding the resignation of the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Now remember, this comes after the Lokayukta has raided multiple locations which are linked to a BJP MLA's son, Prashant Modal. And what we are learning about what has been seized is 8 crore rupees. And again, this is a resignation demand that's coming in from the Congress and targeted towards the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai. We will try to connect with the reporter shortly to get you more details on this developing story. All right, we've been able to connect to CNN News 18's Ritu. Ritu, what can you tell us about the raids that have taken place?
Well, exactly. You see, the raids that started yesterday in the afternoon almost and was carried till today morning. There are multiple documents that the Lokayukta officials have seized from the BJP MLA's house and also from his office. But moreover, you see the kind of cash that has been seized from his house is almost 6.10 crore in fact, and also he was red-handed caught while accepting 40 lakh rupees as in the form of a bribe. So now that the investigation is on to understand how much of in total money that was being demanded and what kind of exactly this whole contract was about, in fact, where exactly this money was coming from and how exactly this whole money transaction was also taking place through multiple banks as well, because this in fact in the form of cash is now being seized by the officials. They are trying to understand that if there are more angles to that whole the bribe connection case as well there again, and what all kind of works that had taken place in the past as well, because you see now this coming out ahead of the assembly elections is a big blow for the BJP, and there again you see what CM Basavaraj Bommai also has to say is that in fact it is the party which is very much committed to ensure that the state functions is free of corruption and there are no such kind of malpractices that takes place. However, though the Congress continues to attack the BJP government and demanding the resignation of CM Basavaraj Bommai as this whole crime comes into the light there again. But now BJP leaders, in fact, standing very much in the front foot to say that it's the BJP government, in fact, which had re-established the Lokayukta to ensure that the state is corrupt, free, and there again, whoever is the culprit will be punished and there won't be a second chance or a second thought given to it.
Absolutely. Now, could you also go over the powers of the Lokayukta?
Well, you see, this was in fact the former CM Siddaramaiah who brought this ACB, Anti-Corruption Bureau, into the place in 2019 and abolished, in fact, the Lokayukta, closed Lokayukta, and thereafter BJP government, which came to power a later point, brought just a couple of months back that we had seen how the CM Basavaraj Bommai came out to say that the state government stands by the Lokayukta's work, transparent work that has taken place, and also in the past, the kind of work that this body has done, the independent body that we're talking about, whether it's about the former CM Yediyurappa coming under the scanner, his son coming under the scanner, and that whole matter of the Bangalore Development Authority as well with the denotification of the land. So that has been the kind of work that the Lokayukta has taken up in the past, and that has been a massive moreover, hugely encouraged as well to the Lokayukta. So this is the second time where again we're seeing that a BJP leader's son coming under the scanner and Lokayukta there again carrying its independent work and transparent work.
Now, how bad is this looking for the BJP?
Well, now this, as we see, ahead of the elections, of course, it's going to be a big blow because the BJP government in the state has already been under the scanner, whether it's about the matter of 40% corruption or, for that matter, the kind of statement that the Yatnal, Dasangoda party, Yatnal had given that, for a CM post that one has to pay a crore of rupees, and also for the cabinet position as well. And again, you remember the kind of statement that had come in from the very senior pontiffs in the Karnataka, in fact, where they went on to allege that the 30% commission has been demanded by the BJP government to grant the to sanction the grant.
Ritu, I'm going to ask you to stay with us for a moment. We have Mr. Brajesh Kalappa from the AAP joining us on the line. Mr. Kalappa, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. The breaking development that we're covering is that the Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar has demanded the resignation of the Chief Minister. This comes after the Lokayukta has raided multiple locations linked to a BJP MLA's son and seized 8 crore rupees. Could we have your perspective on this, please?
See, as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, I think we are very clear that the Bharatiya Janata Party has been misusing the ED and the CBI against members of the opposition. And just as a case in point, I'd like to point out that, of course, today there has been an MLA who has been caught with 6 crore cash in his house. His son had demanded 40 lakhs and received it, and he was caught red-handed. And the result of the investigation is that 6 crore cash has been found. Now, can anybody expect the CBI and the ED to take over the investigation and see that this person is jailed or whatever? No, you can't expect, because clearly there will be some kind of a cover-up in this case, just as there had been a cover-up in the case of Ishwarappa and Santosh Patil, a BHP worker named Mr. Ishwarappa and then committed suicide. That issue is now covered up. Second is yet another contractor named Arvind Limbadi, former committed suicide. That issue is also covered up. Now, in such a scenario, can you expect that the BJP will ever investigate its own? Meaning that the CBI, ED and such others are only meant for Mr. Manish Sisodia, for Mr. Satyendra Jain. They are not meant for, the BJP MLAs. In fact, the BJP should go ahead and pass a resolution in Parliament that the CBI, ED and so on and so forth have no jurisdiction over anybody who belongs to the BJP. Mm-hmm. This is the heights of shamelessness that the BJP is propagating in the country, and people across the country are, looking at them with such revulsion.
All right, Mr. Kalapa, do stay with us. We're also being joined by Mr. Sanket Yenagi of the Congress. Mr. Yenagi, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Please give us your statement on the raids that had taken place, the Lokayukta raids against the BJP MLA's son, as well as what your party chief in the state had to say about demanding the Chief Minister's resignation.
The raid and unearthing of the amassment of wealth is clearly a certification of BJP's corruption to an extent of 40%. BJP in one way says it is free from corruption. Modi ji says, na khaunga, na khilaunga. All this is a false propaganda which the BJP was doing and propagating earlier, and that has been proved wrong time and again. Santosh Patil's death is also cause of this. So there are several incidents of this nature wherein the contractors have made an allegation. The Contractors Association has made an allegation. Some people have committed suicide. In the recent incident, the contractors have started committing suicide because of the incident or because of the situation. They are not able to meet the requirement or the demand of the bribe by the ministers or the concerned the officers concerned. So that all is indicating that BJP has no moral right to continue, especially during the resign of Mr. Basavaraj Bommai as the Chief Minister. The corruption has reached the sky high. And corruption is to such an extent that Modi ji is not addressing it, or Modi ji is silently approving it. Modi ji talks about everything except the corruption in the state of Karnataka.
Now, beyond...
Either Modi ji is approving it, or he is acknowledging it.
All right, Mr. Yenagi, what I also wanted to ask you about is actually what your party is going to be doing beyond asking for the Chief Minister's resignation. Are we going to see a return of poster politics? Are you going to be staging protests?
We will be staging the protest.
Okay.
We are planning for the protest in front of the house of the Prime Minister, in fact. Because Modi ji is one way saying, na khaunga, na khila dunga, or na khane dunga. Abhi, ye hum sab milke kha rahe hain, aise jaise ho raha hai. हम सब मिलके कहेंगे बीजेपी है तो वहां पे खाना होगा ही होगा, अधिकार रहने के लिए ये सब जरूरी है, जैसे कर रहे हैं वो लोग. मतलब these are all the things which Modi ji has to answer, because in one way Modi ji claims that he is most obedient, his government is most obedient, honest, non-corrupt government, and that is what he has assured the people and fooled the people after coming to the power. And now Modi ji has to answer it. We don't want any answer from anyone else because we have lost trust on everyone. But we still have a trust on the Modi ji, because Modi ji always makes a tall claim.